Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing great today. So today I'll be talking about a new experience for myself as a reader, and that is getting a Kindle. My plan for this video is to start off talking about why I wanted a Kindle in the first place, then talking more about what I bought to go with the Kindle and how I'm liking it so far. So getting straight into it, I originally decided that I wanted a Kindle because of some carpal tunnel symptoms I was having in especially my right hand, but sometimes a little in my left hand as well. I was never formally diagnosed with this or anything, but I had heard of it before and kind of recognized some of the symptoms, and I just wanted to be proactive and figure out a solution before I actually get severe symptoms. As I was thinking about this, I realized that a lot of the books that I read are pretty big, and so they're quite heavy and puts a lot of strain on my forearms and wrists. With that being said, a Kindle is definitely much smaller than these books, and so it kind of got me thinking, what if I try out a Kindle? Because I had never really been interested before, just because like so many readers, I really like the idea of holding a physical book and just collecting physical books and all of those things. Because of that, I had never really wanted a Kindle before. But after a few months of consideration, I did ultimately decide to get a Kindle. With that being said, I did get the Kindle Paperwhite, and I got it in the raspberry color because I am a pink girly. I love pink. It's my favorite color, and it just makes me so happy. And it matches my shirt, which I was hoping that it would look aesthetic. And I think you can see my candle up there, and it is also pink. So we are matching today. I got a clear case for it because I wanted to personalize it with some stickers, and I just got a pack of sparkly book related stickers from Amazon. And then I also got this sparkly, I just kissed the microphone on accident, but I did get a sparkly pop socket to hold the Kindle with. And then I also got a matte screen protector for the Kindle. So that is everything that I've gotten so far for the Kindle. I have only had it for I think 2 or 3 days now, and I have gotten it all set up and everything like that. I, of course, will show that in the video as well. And I have also read for a couple of hours on it as well. And so I have started forming some ideas of whether or not I like it. And so far, I think that overwhelmingly I do quite enjoy it because it's so much more convenient than physical books. It's easier to carry in my backpack when I have to go to school and walk around campus, but I still want to have something to read if I have breaks throughout the day. It does help a lot with my wrist and back as I'm trying to read. It's very convenient for reading in bed because I don't have to use a reading light like I had used before, and I like that you can change the warmth, you can change it to light and dark mode. It's overall fantastic so far. I also got it with 3 months of Kindle Unlimited, and I was already reading Lady of Starfire from the Lady of Darkness series by Melissa K. Roach, and that book was available for free on Kindle Unlimited, so I just went ahead and downloaded that, and I've been reading on the Kindle. Overwhelmingly, I do think that I like it better than, or at least as much as, having a physical book. Ultimately, my goal is also for this to help me save money, so if I do, stay on Kindle Unlimited and only spend $12 a month instead of buying books, I'm hoping that overall this will help reduce the amount of money that I spend on books. And then also, my partner and I are hopefully about to move, so I'm hoping that it'll also help reduce book buying or having to move books and stuff like that in the future as well. All that positive being said, I do find myself missing the feeling of holding a physical book. It's not something that's extremely sad or anything like that. I think it's just something that I have to get used to because I've never in my life not held a physical book. And so it's not so much this feeling of loss, it's more so just an adjustment. And I think that adjustment period was kind of heightened because I had already started reading the Lady of Darkness book with the physical book, and then I had also read the whole series with physical books. so far. And so I think that because I'd already started reading the whole series in one modality and then I switched in the middle, I think it just kind of heightened that adjustment period for me. I don't think that like in the future, if I switch between modalities, that it would really like impact it that much. But I think that just because it's the first book that I've ever read on Kindle, I think it's just kind of like, okay, whoa, this is different than reading a physical book. I guess the only other thing that I miss so far about a physical book is being able to annotate and put like sticky tabs in it. So I do typically put sticky tabs and like color coded page flags in all of my books. You can highlight passages and stuff like that on Kindle, but with the Kindle Paperwhite is only black and white, so you can't like color code or anything like that. And again, it's not anything that major because I just need, like, my brain just needs to be able to do something physically to mark part of the story that I need to remember or that stands out to me. And so at the end of the day, as long as I can do something like highlight or put a sticky tab down, that's the thing that really matters the most to me. But it is a little bit different than having page flags. So with all of that being said, I would say overall, I really love the Kindle so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm so excited to read it more. I also read it on the treadmill the other day because sometimes I'll like do a 12-3-30 walking on an incline and read. And so that was much easier with the Kindle than the physical book. Overall, I think that this was a great purchase. I'm so excited to read more on my Kindle and just to see how I grow as a reader from having a Kindle, as weird as that might be to say. And then I do miss the feeling of a physical book, but overall, I think that all of the positives outweigh that one thing that I miss. If you have a Kindle, let me know what your thoughts on having a Kindle are. If you have any tips for like what types of books you read on Kindle versus what types you read physically, please let me know because I am trying to figure my reading identity out again. But all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the future. Bye.